So I took the buggy to a friend's house to show it to him. He's been wanting to see it for a while. And as we were driving it around, after a few minutes, it just stopped working. And I saw something I think was maybe not quite right. Let me take the body off, and I'll see if I can duplicate what I saw, and we can maybe see if we can figure out what's going on with this thing. Alright, so it's plugged in, turned on. Let me just see if we can see what might be going on here. Well, yeah, see, I don't really know a whole lot about the RC car stuff. I'm more into the helicopters and airplanes, but if you look really closely, you might be able to see a little bit of smoke. Looks like smoke. Can't quite tell whether is that the speed controller? Nah, maybe it's a drive shaft maybe. No. Yeah, that might be the motor. Yep, that's definitely the motor. I think we found our problem. The motor's bad. So, good thing I ordered a new one. Yeah, so as I was driving the car around, it just kind of stopped and saw some smoke coming out, and yeah, that's a bad motor. Now I kind of understand why that guy gave it to me. Alright, well, I should get... knock it off. I should get the new motor tomorrow, so I'll put the new motor in it and see how it goes. I went ahead and bought that one on eBay. That was the Traxxas brushed motor and the speed controller set off of a Traxxas car. So that should do quite a bit better. And honestly, when it first started doing it, I just assumed it was my cheap China-made $15 speed controller, but that thing's been holding up pretty well. So, who knows? Alright, let me get the, I'll get the new motor in it, and we'll take it out and drive it around and see how it goes. Okay, so I'm an idiot. My son and I just packed everything up. We went out to do a speed test. I got my phone with the speedometer, which, by the way, look. See down there at the bottom, top speed, 17 miles an hour. Much better than 12 miles an hour. So I'm getting closer, still not where I want it. But we get all the way out there, and guess what I forgot? You're probably guessing because you didn't see the actual video of it. I forgot my camera. So, yeah, it wasn't very exciting. I just went out straight as fast as it would go with my phone on board, and got 17 miles an hour. So, let me show you. I don't know if I showed you with the new motor on it or not, but here it is with the new motor. It's from a Traxxas, the Titan 12 turn, the Traxxas XL5 ESC. And one thing I'm thinking, I expected more out of the Traxxas, but one thing I'm thinking here, that pinion gear is fairly big. I don't remember the tooth count. I'm thinking it's close to, I don't know, 20 maybe? I don't know. I've got to take it off and count it. I'm thinking if I put a 12-tooth pinion on there, then that'll help it take off a little bit quicker. Because I'm thinking maybe, with the weight of this car, the big wheels on it, four-wheel drive, I'm thinking I need a smaller pinion so I can get some more torque in it. I mean, obviously that'll affect the top speed, but if it doesn't have the torque to get it moving, then it's not capable of reaching its potential. So I'll try. I don't have a pinion. I'm going to go to the local hobby shop, and if they don't have one, then I'll order a 12-tooth pinion to put on there and see if that makes any difference. I'm hoping to get this thing up to at least 20 mile an hour because the Grasshopper does 24. So it'd be nice to get this thing close to that so we could actually race them and have it be a fair race. And speaking of the Grasshopper, we did take the Grasshopper out, and we really tore that thing up. And when I say we, I mean, my son did most of the damage, which is fine. I don't care. But, you know, we busted that up here. We got a lot of skid time on its roof. This thing is really hard to hold down. You just pull that trigger back and it just flips upside down right away. And so you got to go easy on the trigger. But here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we do have another bug body. Check this out. How's that look? I mean, I wouldn't set that low. I mean, obviously the grasshopper body's on it in a way. But I'm thinking that would look pretty cool. So we'll have us a two-wheel drive buggy. Probably paint that one metallic blue. So a four-wheel drive orange one, and then a two-wheel drive metallic blue one. Maybe. I don't know. If you like it, let me know what you think. And if not, no, I don't care. You let me know what you think if you want to. I'll just ignore you, that's all. Anyways, so what I'll do, I'll get a 12-tooth pinion. I'll put it on the four-wheel drive one, and we'll see if that's any better. If all goes well, this will be the last video in this thing. And we'll take it out in a minute, do another speed test, and as long as it goes a little faster than 22 miles an hour, I'm going to call it good enough to be done with it. So let me show you what I did. Take that off. I got a brand new battery. It's a 7-cell battery instead of 6, so an extra 1.2 volts. And I also noticed that I had the gears meshed a little bit tight, so I kind of loosened those up a tiny bit, and it there's no I mean there's very little, that's not backlash you're seeing, but very little backlash in here. It rolls a lot nicer than it did. It was way too tight before, so I'm not quite sure how I managed to do that. But again, this will be with the Traxxas Titan 12-turn and the Traxxas XL5 ESC and 7-cell battery. So let's take it out and see how it does. Alright, so we'll see how fast it goes now. Again, this is with the new battery, loosen up the gears, and I've got my phone in the back, that high-tech protection device, so if he crashes it, it should be fine. Alright, you ready? Okay, go. Turn right, stop! Okay, bring it back. Full power, go. Okay, stop, 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 stop! Well, I guess 21 will have to do, because I don't see myself doing anything else with this. So 21's pretty good, not as good as a grasshopper, but it is twice the weight of the grasshopper, so it's all right. And it does take off a lot better, so I think I'm happy. Oh, there it went. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, I'm not even disappointed it only hit 21 mile an hour, because it actually did pretty well. Not as fast as a grasshopper, but this thing's twice the weight as a grasshopper. And for being an off-road, large, tired, four-wheel drive buggy, I think 21 is pretty good. I thought it actually handled pretty well. And the 3D tires came out unscathed, mostly. This one back here is missing one little nubbin, one little thing of traction, just kind of tore off of it. But no big deal. They held together, the wheels held together. We kind of gave it all it had, and it worked very well. So I'm going to end this one here. I am very pleased with this. And this whole thing was titled Cheap RC Car Build. And if I would have made some better decisions, it would have been cheaper than what it was. So if I would have only bought one speed controller and only bought one servo and made a few parts instead of buying them, I could have done this for probably 50 bucks less than what I did. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.